What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and I am your Nootropics information wizard. Happy Monday. Thanks so much for being with me. Look, thanks for being part of the channel. Really like that you guys are subscribing, and lots of folks are subscribing. This channel's blowing up now. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, at livecortex.com/blog. Giant blog for nootropics information. On Facebook at facebook.com/cortex-stacks. 6 powerful nootropic products support this broadcast. Give me about 40 seconds to pitch them. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic products.
Right, number one, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. We've got a stack that we built for productive people. Corporate people that need hours of brain energy, 10 to 15 a day to work on hardcore stuff. Take the Cortex Stack to get substantial focus, mental energy, motivation, productive drive, verbal fluency. All right, get a bottle of Cortex right now. It's our nootropic stack. It's strong at livecortex.com. If you want a bunch of stacks written down digitally that are comparable to Adderall, we wrote 5 digital nootropics books that are awesome. Get them at livecortex.com. And if you need my help personally on nootropics, we've got a nootropics consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with yours truly. Excuse me, 15 additional email correspondences. I almost like choked on my spit. Then last, we have a nootropic starter pack. It's a bottle of our stack Cortex and Smarter, Better, Faster, which is our digital guide that teaches you how to use nootropics and gives you many stacks. Okay, so look, I got an email from a user, probably that comes from the channel here, that wrote me the following email about nootropics and their particular stack, and what they should do with this stack, and I kind of want to just share it with you folks. It goes like this. Ryan, hey man, the content you pump out is value chalked, and as one of your subscribers on YouTube, I'm saying thanks for doing what you do. Thank you, brother. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sending me the email. Thanks for caring. To get straight to it, I've been taking nootropics since January of this year, and having acquired quite a number of compounds and experimenting on what works and what doesn't work for me, I've discovered that cholinergic compounds have an adverse effect. As you have alluded, some might have more of a response with dopaminergic compounds. I am the latter. My purpose of taking nootropics is for increased mental efficiency, verbal and mental speed of processing, drive, and alertness. The compounds I currently hold are triacetyluridine, Noopept, choline bitartrate, theanine, tyrosine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, uridine monophosphate, alpha-GPC, acetyl L-carnitine, and a B complex. In the sea of information that's out there, based on what I want to achieve with nootropics from your knowledge and experience, what would you recommend for a person like myself, as per the information above, wanting to operate at a much higher level, way above baseline? Thanks, man. And then he goes on to talk about some IQ stuff, which we'll just sort of save for another video, I guess. Well, the bottom line is it seems very clear that you're not responding to a lot of those compounds, all of which are cholinergic. All of those compounds are going to increase acetylcholine, speed up the usage of acetylcholine, make acetylcholine work better, with the exception of L-theanine and L-tyrosine. You didn't explain how you're taking these compounds. So if you're taking them all together, then 2 of the compounds in there, tyrosine and theanine, you wouldn't really be able to tell if they affect you positively elsewhere. So what my suggestion would be to remove every bit of the cholinergic compounds, which means take everything out of that stack, if it's a stack, and take all of those compounds that you just mentioned, remove everything, and keep the L-theanine and the L-tyrosine. What I would do is actually stack that together first and see how it affects you. So I'd shoot for something like 200 to 700 milligrams of the L-tyrosine first, with 100 to 200 milligrams of the L-theanine. And just see if that gets you drive, motivation. It may not improve your verbal fluency, but it also may, because tyrosine is super energetic. And if you need tyrosine, like say you have a slow, underperforming thyroid gland and thyroid hormone output, tyrosine is a major precursor to thyroid hormones, then your energy is going to be different, it's going to be better, and you're probably going to have a faster speed of processing, and as a result, you'll have better verbal fluency. But for people like that, I mean, you just listed the litany of cholinergic nootropics. I mean, there's more, but those are some of the primary ones that we discuss and that I think a lot of folks use, and you don't respond particularly well to them, then yes, you are either going to have to stick with dopaminergics, or you're going to have to, I don't know how, if you're stacking all this stuff together, you're going to have to take that stack down significantly. I mean, maybe you'll respond to 700 milligrams aniracetam, 400 milligrams choline bitartrate. Again, I don't know what you're doing here, but assuming that none of that stuff works, Yes, just shoot for dopaminergic. So you might shoot for that tyrosine theanine strategy. You might separately shoot for 75 to 150 milligrams of modafinil. And then separately, you might shoot for 75 to 150 milligrams of modafinil plus 200 milligrams of alpha lipoic acid plus 100 milligrams of theacrine, another stimulatory compound. Separately, you might shoot for something like 700 milligrams phenylalanine, 100 milligrams of L-DOPA, and 100 milligrams of theacrine, just separately. These are all dopaminergic compounds that, if you need work on the dopamine system, will help you to be verbally fluent and motivated and drive and have productive speed of processing. And then separately, you might want to just shoot for, if none of that stuff works, like the modafinil, the tyrosine, the phenylalanine, the theacrine, then you might want to shoot for what's called non-neurotransmitter modulating nootropics, NMN. That's the acronym. And those are things like alpha lipoic acid, vinpocetine, which improves blood flow to the brain and oxygen to the brain, pycnogenol, which increases and improves nitric oxide and therefore blood flow, icarin, which improves both. I don't know if it improves nitric oxide, but it does improve blood flow. So lots of places in the body, to include the brain. Things like ashtiba, which improve the signaling of nerve growth factor, and things like lion's mane mushroom, which also improve the signaling of nerve growth factor, and even some adaptogenic herbs like rhodiola rosea in 200 to 500 milligram quantities, or something like 200 milligrams theacrine and 400 or 500 milligrams of ashwagandha, which is also an adaptogenic herb, but you've got a stimulant in there called theacrine to help some of the speed of processing, verbal fluency type of stuff going on. Okay, so that's my suggestion on that stuff. Again, if you really want me to be more granular on these videos about your stuff, you got to tell me what ingredient quantities you're taking all those ingredients in, and if you're taking that stuff together. But based on what we're seeing, you're not responding to most of the cholinergic compounds. Take my suggestions on some of the dopamine affecting compounds and some of the non-neurotransmitter modulating nootropic compounds, and then kind of just work from there. If you need my help personally on any of this stuff, we've got a consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondences. We're doing at this point 5 to 7 a day. We help people from Fortune 200 executives in London to other corporate folks around the world, to dads in Canada who've got like 5 kids and need to take caffeine pills after 5 p.m. to have good brain performance, to everybody else in between. All around the world, we're Skyping folks from France, Italy, wherever. That is a service that has been widely used. Get that at livecortex.com. Hey guys, look, if you're looking to try an exceptionally powerful nootropic stack, right now the Cortex stack, you can get it for $27 using the coupon code 5. The Cortex stack was made for motivation, made for mental energy, made for speed of processing, made for productive drive, made to crank up your brain and get you in a place where you're super fluid. Buy a bottle of the Cortex nootropic stack at livecortex.com. Don't wait. If you've been waiting on doing it, just sit here and listen to me and say, oh, that might be cool. Link is in the description below. Buy a bottle. You're going to love it. We'll explain our digital books, which are downloadable for Mac, PDF, PC, iPhone, iPad, Android, Kindle, whatever digital device you want to read them on, here in a bit. And thanks so much for watching. Talk to you next time. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex stack does. Moving right along, the aniracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Aniracetam, breaks down 25 powerful aniracetam stacks, shows you how to use aniracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to aniracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it. We delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stack for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, aniracetam, oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks.
in that racetam. There's 8 major nootropic racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.